land that we didn't know when we were over there in Jerusalem and Israel. Keep going.
For ye have kindled a fire in my anger,
We pissed God off. Why do we piss God off? Keep going, brother.
which shall burn forever.
He's mad because we didn't listen to him. He gave us some easy things to do, and we just didn't listen. People get shot every day, B, right? That's a saying that our people say in the hood all the time. Niggas get shot every day. God said don't do that, especially to one another. We'll be quick to kill our brother before we'll kill a so-called white man, or before we'll kill a so-called Japanese man. We so angry with one another over $5. $5 in a black life, that's all it means is $5. But these people put our babies in alligator mouths. These people tied our wives and our mothers up in chains and raped them.
Right.
And we're quick to say, oh, we forgive you though. See, our people have been destroyed. Let me get Hosea 4:6. Our people have been destroyed by slavery, right? By the Willie Lynch letter. How to make a slave, be an obedient slave, right? Let me get that, brother.
The book of Hosea, chapter 4, verse 6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
Why are we destroyed?
For lack of knowledge.
Because what do they say? If you want to keep it from a black man, put it in a book.
Right.
So our people are destroyed because we won't read the Bible. Keep going.
Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee.
So if we're going to not listen to the words of God, if we're not going to follow God, then he's going to reject us, which he did. Keep going.
That thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy God.
We forgot his law. People know don't go through a red light. Stop at a stop sign, right? But you can't keep the laws of God. It's not that hard. If you got a best friend, right, and he got a girlfriend, right, are you going to sleep with her just because she say, ooh, I'm feeling your swag? You're not going to do that. But you got a lot of niggas out here, and I'm going to call them niggas, out here that will do that because their body lusts. Their body just lusts and craves any piece of vagina walking.
Right.
And they have no honor. God said you will not sleep with your brother's wife. Right? So that's why he destroyed us, because we didn't listen to him. We lost our honor, right? Our brotherhood, our sisterhood. But we're going to prove to you also another reason and proof. Even out of the white man's mouth, we're not Africans. Bring that up. Hey,
this is the Roundabout. Whoa.
oh, my Bible.
Bible Dictionary. Ham. The youngest son of Noah, born probably about 96 years before the flood, right? And one of the 8 persons to live through the flood,
Right.
He became the progenitor of the dark races.
So Ham is the beginning or so-called progenitor of the dark race, right? But what?
Not the Negro.
Not who?
Not the Negro.
Not who?
Not the Negro.
So the white man has told our people that we're Hamites. They say that you come out of Africa and you're Hamites. That's what they taught us when they had us in slavery. But the white man knows that we're not African.
But the Egyptians,
So not the Negro, but who?
the Egyptians.
The Egyptians.
But the Egyptians, the Ethiopians, Libyans, the Canaanites.
So the Libyans, the Egyptians, the Ethiopians, and the Canaanites, those are Africans, right? Now our people have mixed in with those people as well. But like the Lord said, during these times in the last days, the true remnant are going to wake up, and the seed line is going to start to clear out. Paraphrase. So we are not Hamites. We're Israelites. It says not the Negroes, right? Let me get Acts chapter 13 and verse But I'm going to tell you, the word nigger and nigger did not originally come right over in slavery, right? Christians were called niggers. The apostles were called niggers. Bring it out, King.
The book of Acts, chapter 13 and verse 1. Now there were in the church that was at Antioch certain prophets and teachers, as Barnabas and Simeon, that was called nigger, and Lucius and Cyrene and Manaen, which had been brought up with Herod the Tetrarch and Saul.
They were called what?
They were called nigger.
Who was called it? Bring those names out again, Salah.
The book of Acts chapter 13 verse 1. Now there were in the church that was at Antioch certain prophets and teachers, as Barnabas and Simeon, that was called nigger.
Barnabas and Simeon, known apostles, known followers of Christ, and they were called niggers. Now, in the Bible, there's only one G. So what the white man did is put two G's there, so it say, that's Niger. It's nigger, right? We were called nigger, we were called Christians. Both of those terms were derogatory terms, making mockery of our people, right? And they still do it today. Christianity is a mockery of our people because Christianity is not the truth. Christianity was given to us by the so-called white man and the popes and the Catholic Church. The Baptist Church comes out of the Catholic Church. The Pentecostal Church comes out of the Catholic Church. The United Church of Christ. All of these Christian, so-called Christian denominations, they learn from the theology school of the Catholic Church. What you got a question? That's our book. That's not anybody else's book. So it's kind of
right now who took it.
That's who took it. The white man took it, right? They take everything and they call it theirs. When you look in movies, you'll see what's that? The kings of Egypt, right? What's that the name of it?
About 5-6 years ago.
Yeah. The kings of Egypt, right? And you see a whole gang of white people as Egyptians. And you know damn well the white man is not the Egyptians, right? But you see him being the whole Egyptian army. They take everybody's heritage and say that it's theirs, right? Even in Europe, the white man overthrew another nation to get power in Europe, right? Okay. Bring it up.
On the point he's making about us being Jews being black. This is the book of Amos, chapter 9. Start at 7 here. Are you not as children of the Ethiopians?
Yeah.
What color are the Ethiopians? They are color.
Right.
I was told.
I mean, what you see?
Yeah.
You see Ethiopians today, right?
So they like a certain tone. You know, like you can tell them from us. And you know, okay, I'm black from there.
Right.
You
So
know.
I'm talking about skin tone.
Yeah, same color.
And this is a scripture that a lot of people get hung up on because they say, "Is it not? Are ye not like the Ethiopians?" Right?
Are ye not as children,
as children right.
of the Ethiopians
Right.
unto me?
And see, and you'll get Christianity folks saying, "See, the Ethiopians are God's children." That's not what this means. But keep going, brother.
O children of Israel,
Let me get Zephaniah 2.
say the Lord, have not I brought up Israel out of the land of Egypt, and the Philistines from Kapoor, and Saris from Ker. Behold, the eyes of the Lord are upon a sinful kingdom,
That's right.
and will destroy it from off the face of the earth.
And America is a sinful kingdom. This is a sinful nation. We realize that this is the place that God put us, but He put us here as a punishment. This isn't a place where we're supposed to. All right, this is a place. All right, this is a place that not a place that we're supposed to come and just be happy and merry. This is a punishment, and we got taken out of our land because we didn't listen to God, right? So when people hear that statement about Ethiopia, they think nothing. But then later on, you hear God say this. Bring it up.
Book of Zephaniah, chapter 2 and verse 12. Ye Ethiopians also, ye shall be slain by my sword.
What's going to happen to them?
Ye shall be slain by my sword.
This is a prophecy of the end time, because they're not going to get away either. All of the nations that put us in slavery are going to get it. Now you look at the Ethiopians today and you wonder, how the hell did they put us in slavery? They're a weaker people than us, right? But at the end of the day, that's because God was not with us, because we didn't listen. We're destroyed for lack of knowledge, and because we rejected his knowledge and his righteousness, he rejected us. But at the end of the day, the most important thing to know that this is our book. Let me go back to that Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 6. We don't have flyers today, but we can give you our website. We can give you our website. No. You can go to the House of Israel. HOI. I would do this. HOI DMV, HOI ATL, HOI New York, New Jersey, and HOI Philly. And we get all of our congregations that you can learn from, right? And also, we get the Sons of Thunder Israelites as well. You can type in Sons of Thunder Israelites, and you can get great edification from them as well.
Well, it's the New York one is HOI.
Oh yeah, HOI. That's a great one. Classic edification.
Right, and that should be given to the other person. Like you said, you got some. Want to learn,
Most important.
Get this last one.
So I missed that bus anyway.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse 6. For thou art holy people unto the Lord thy God.
Holy means separate, set apart. It doesn't mean like the Christian church teaches. It means being set apart and being separate. You're a holy people, what?
Unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee.
He chose everybody.
Have chosen thee.
No, the whole world.
has chosen thee.
To be a special people unto himself.
Uh-huh.
Above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
No, we're equal to everybody.
Above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
No, everybody bleeds red.
Above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
God said you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are above all people that are upon the face of the earth. There's no such thing as equality. In America, you don't see equality. We don't see equality in America. The so-called Jewish man owns all of the record labels. He owns all of the movie labels. He owns all of the banks. But see, there's something interesting in the Bible that was supposed to be said about the so-called Jewish man. Let me get Deuteronomy chapter 28. I think I want verse. Yeah, keep going.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God shall set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
That's right. So it was never God's intention for us to be on an equal playing field with everybody else. We're the best at music, We're the best at hooping. We're the best at football. We're the best at art. We created the stoplight, electricity, the stop sign, the cell phone, the microwave, the car. We created everything. And they took it and said that they did it. So that means that if there's no black and Hispanic man here, then there's no America.
Right.
Because they didn't do a damn thing but use us. We built up Egypt. We built the pyramids. When you go into Mexico, the largest pyramid on the earth is in Mexico. How did it get there? And most of the pyramids are in Egypt. Because the so-called Mexicans are Israelites.
Right.
Those are our people. So, keep going. Bring that out.
Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 43.
This is the curse that God put on our people to let us know who we would be in the last days since he took our heritage. He said in the last days, he's going to wake our people up and wake us up to who we really are. Bring it up.
The stranger that is within thee shall be above very high.
So the stranger, meaning the people that are not our people, are going to be around us and get above us very high. So in our neighborhoods, the Chinese own all the nail shops and all the weave you can buy. You know, the Arab man owns all the 7-Elevens and the corner stores. They own the liquor stores, right? All the quickie marts in our neighborhoods. And everywhere else, Starbucks, Yes Market, grocery stores, the so-called white man owns. We don't own none of that. And then when we do get a business, the interest rate is high as hell. Keep going, brother.
The stranger that is within thee shall get above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low. He shall lend to thee.
He's going to do what?
He shall lend to thee,
Uh-huh.
and thou shalt not lend to him.
So it says the Jews are going to be getting lent to, but they're not going to be doing any lending to the other nations. So if the so-called